There appears to be a new communist propaganda channel called Means TV, which I assume is a play on words for seize the means of production. And on Twitter, they explicitly state that they are anti-capitalist. And recently they became notorious when Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, you know, that democratic socialist that just wants whatever Denmark has, retweeted their video called What is Capitalism? So let's check it out.
Another beautiful day under capitalism, the greatest, most functional economic system that's ever existed.
Well, she's right so far. Capitalism is the greatest economic and political system that's ever existed, although she is wrong in that we live under capitalism. Yeah, there are a ton of elements of capitalism in America, but to be honest, we still live in a mixed economy. So we have some capitalism, we have some regulation, we have some socialism. And we've never had pure laissez-faire capitalism in America, but hopefully one day we'll get there.
Is there crude oil in this? Oh, no, it's just lead. It's fine.
Oh, what a knee slapper. It's just lead. That's what's in that's what happens under capitalism. You get lead in the water. You notice how greedy corporations like Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola and Nestle, you notice how there's never any lead in their bottled water. And I assume she's making a little joke, a little hint at the Flint water crisis, because after all, Means TV claims to be located in Detroit, Michigan on their Twitter. But what is she suggesting here? That the Flint water crisis is a result of capitalism? No, the Flint water crisis is a result of government failure. The Flint's water system was a public utility controlled by government municipalities. It was a failure of the city of council of Flint, the mayor, the emergency manager that was appointed by the governor of Michigan. Even the city of Detroit was involved. When the city of Flint announced that they were eventually going to switch to a new water system, the city of Detroit threatened to turn off their water, which I shouldn't say encourage, but that's what caused Flint to decide to use their emergency water system that was built in the 70s. Again, this was all decisions made by government, not by greedy corporations or CEOs. And the irony is that when the Flint water crisis happened, who came to save the day? Who came to bring relief? It was usually millionaire basketball players from the Detroit Pistons and other rich people buying bottled water produced by greedy corporations and taking it to the city of Flint. So no, you can't claim that the Flint water crisis was a result of capitalism.
Don't worry.
Also, yeah, she also made the crude oil joke. You need oil, you need energy to clean water and transport water. That's a fact.
I'm here at my home in Los Angeles, California to give...
Oh yeah, Los Angeles, California, one of the highest taxed and most regulated cities in America.
Give you the guide to tremendous, lasting wealth success. How are you gonna get there? Everyone wants to know. One word, easy answer. Capitalism.
Yeah, you can't be successful in less capitalist societies. Try being successful under socialism or under fascism or under a theocracy, where people tell you what to do and how to live and decide how much money you get to make and keep.
Capitalism. Capitalism is a mode of production. That means...
Wrong. Capitalism is merely a political system where government only protects individual rights and property rights. It's up to free people to develop their own modes of production. Whether it's someone writing software for writing an operating system for computers, or someone developing the assembly line to build automobiles, and so on. It's not a mode of production. It's a political system.
That means the way you make stuff. Under capitalism, there are two ways to make money, and you definitely have to make money.
Yeah, you have to make money in order to live. What is it with Marxists and communists that try to evade reality? They try to act like in life you don't have to be productive in order to live. That's just a fact of nature. If you, even in the caveman days, someone has to fucking hunt food and discover fire and build fires and cook food and build shelter and clean water and find water and make clothing. You can't live a good life without being productive, without making money.
You have to make money. If you're lucky, you own something, like an apple farm or a glue factory, and that makes you the owning class. Nice.
No, there's no such thing as an ownership class. First off, yeah, you need to have private property in order to live free. And even if you don't own land or a corporation or a house, say you're just renting an apartment, you choose to go through that life, you still own, you presumably own a car, maybe you own clothes to clothe yourself with. You presumably own a smartphone to better your life. So even if you don't own property in the classical sense that you have a plot of land and you build a house on it, you still use property. Fucking kitchen utensils are private property. An appliance is private property. A bed, a couch is private property. You need private property in order to live a good life. And yeah, there's no such thing as an ownership class. It's completely arbitrary.
If you don't own anything, you're part of the working class, and you make your money by selling.
Again, who doesn't fucking own anything? Even in a mixed economy.
Selling your labor.
I mean, she's wearing a clothes right now. Is that called a jumpsuit? I don't know. She has a coffee mug. What about all the equipment she used to make this video? Does nobody own that equipment? Means TV, is that trademarked? Is that publicly trademarked? Do they have a monopoly over using that brand, Means TV?
You pretty much sell your labor until you retire. Sorry, let's take that again. You pretty much sell your labor until you die. If you're a part of
Yeah, you have to sell your labor. You have to be productive in order to live a good life.
If you're a part of the owning class, there are a couple of rules about what you can and can't do, but ultimately, you're the one who decides how the product is made, where the profits go, and how much you pay your workers. In a perfect
Yeah, if I write a book, I decide what the characters are going to be, what they look like, how many chapters are going to be in the book, where the story is going to go, and yeah, I'm going to keep every cent I can make off selling that book. If I build a car, I'm going to decide what the car looks like, what color it is, how fast it can go. And if I'm successful in selling that car on the free market, I want to keep as much money as I possibly can because I'm the one that came up with the concept of the fucking car.
In a perfect capitalist society, everything is a money-making opportunity. You see a public utility? What if it was privately owned by you?
It would be great. Again, she just made a jab, a little hint at the Flint water crisis. What if that was what if Flint's water was privately owned instead of publicly owned? Yeah, you know what else is what else is privately owned is the ISP I use to use my phone. Verizon. I use Verizon, and it's great. It's wonderful. Would not want my cellular data internet service provider to be controlled by the government.
See a bus? Put an ad on that shit. See a sidewalk? Put a rental scooter on it.
Oh, now she's talking about buses, and she just admitted that she lives in Los Angeles. The buses in Los Angeles are run by the government, and yes, they do put ads on it, but they're run by the government. How can you say the buses in Los Angeles are an example of capitalism? Also, I think it was Democratic Socialists of America, San Francisco, made some remark about, oh no, there's too many scooters on the sidewalk. This is what capitalism looks like. Oh no, you guys. You know you're lame as hell when you're looking like Mr. Mackey's character from South Park.
Because the buses don't work. Plus, they're covered in your ads. But why?
Yeah, the publicly controlled and owned buses in Los Angeles.
Why stop there? Keep growing your business. You're an entrepreneur. Get more land, another apple farm, another glue factory. Now you're a glue mogul, and you're providing 30% of all glue in the country with no real public oversight. Pretty sweet.
No real public oversight, except for your customers. If you don't please your customers, they're not going to continue to buy your product. And you can't even use the dumb, oh, what about scary monopolies? Because she said her example is you own 30% of the market. So presumably there's competition in her dumb hypothetical scenario.
Pretty sweet. Continue until the world is suffocating under a thick layer of glue. People are dying, you're poisoning them. Don't stop.
Yeah, you're poisoning people with your glue. Here's a thought. A dead person is a dead customer. It's not good for a capitalist to kill people because that's less people that could buy their products.
Don't stop making glue. Just start a phony nonprofit wing of your corporation.
Not to mention the potential public outcry and backlash. What was it? A few years ago when Chipotle had all those E. coli stories in the news, their stock price just plummeted. No public oversight except for the fucking profit motive.
And advertise the shit out of it. Makes you look great. Build a hospital. Now people have to go to your hospital and pay you to get treated for all the glue that you put in their livers. That's called vertical integration. So, in conclusion,
that sounds like a dumb concept.
Capitalism is a fun and efficient way to consolidate all the world's resources into the control of a tiny group of massively rich individuals.
No, you're thinking of socialism.
At the expense of everyone else. It rules. And it's totally not feudalism.
No, it's not feudalism. It's capitalism. Last time I checked, under feudalism, no one was free. And what happened under feudalism? Did we get skyscrapers? Did we get robots? Did we get iPhones and automobiles and air travel? Is that what capitalism looked like when you can point to medieval feudalism?
Congratulations, my friends, on all your wealth and success.
Well, thank you for that. I love being wealthy and successful.